Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Monday, June 19, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link to our Patreon in the description and comment section below. Texas Rangers vs Chicago White Sox. Texas snapped their two-game losing streak by beating the Toronto Blue Jays, 39-33 SU, 4th in AL East, 4-2 at home on Saturday afternoon. Third baseman Josh Jung and catcher Jonah Heim hit back-to-back home runs in the third inning to take a 3-0 lead, and Texas never looked back. Shortstop Corey Seager also went deep for the Rangers. Starter Dane Dunning picked up the win by going 6 innings and allowing 2 earned runs on 6 hits and striking out 3. Outfielder Dalton Varsho hit his 12th home run of the season for the Blue Jays in the loss. Reliever Will Smith picked up his 12th save of the season by pitching a scoreless 9th. Chicago snapped a two-game losing streak by defeating the Seattle Mariners, 34-35 SU, 4th in AL West, 4-3 on the road in 11 innings on Saturday. Shortstop Zach Remillard, making his MLB debut while subbing for the injured Tim Anderson, went 3-3 and had 2 RBI. He tied the game on a single in the 9th and then delivered the go-ahead run in the top of the 11th on another RBI single. DH Eloy Jimenez hit his 8th home run for the White Sox in the win. White Sox starter Lucas Giolito did not factor in the decision, going 5 innings and allowing 3 earned runs on 8 hits and striking out 5. The Rangers have a good chance of winning their upcoming game against the White Sox at Guaranteed Rate Field. The Rangers won 2 of 3 games against the White Sox at this stadium last season, and the White Sox have been struggling at home recently. They have lost 2 of their last 3 series at home, including 2 losses to teams with inferior records to the Rangers. The Rangers have also been playing well on the road this season. They have won 5 of their last 6 series away from home, and they have a winning record, 20-14, on the road overall. The Rangers starting pitcher, Andrew Heaney, has been particularly effective in his last 5 starts, and the Rangers offense has been one of the best in the league on the road. The White Sox, on the other hand, have been struggling on the pitching side of the ball. They rank 25th in team ERA, and they are ranked low in several other key categories. The White Sox's bullpen has also been a major problem, and they have lost 2 of their last 3 games against the spread. Based on the statistics, it seems likely that the Rangers will win their upcoming game against the White Sox. The Rangers have been playing better than the White Sox in recent weeks, and they have a number of advantages in this matchup. I would recommend betting on the Rangers to win on the road. Heaney has struggled against the White Sox in the past, and his recent starts have been poor. Heaney has a 5.40 ERA in his last 3 starts, and he has a career ERA of over 5 against the White Sox. The Rangers, on the other hand, have one of the best offenses in baseball. They lead the league in runs scored per game, and they are particularly good on the road. The White Sox pitching staff has also been struggling. They rank near the bottom of the league in team ERA and home runs allowed per 9 innings. In their 3 games against the Rangers last season, all of them went over the run total. A total of 45 runs were scored during the 3-game set. Based on these factors, it is likely that this game will be high-scoring. The Rangers have a good offense, and the White Sox pitching staff has been struggling. All 3 games between these 2 teams last season went over the run total, and a total of 45 runs were scored. I would recommend betting on the over in this game. Milwaukee Brewers vs Arizona Diamondbacks. After dropping 3 straight, Arizona has bounced back in a big way at home against Cleveland. Over the first 2 games they are outscoring their opponent 11-4. Of course, it hasn't come without keeping bettors on the edge of their seat. The Diamondbacks broke a 2-2 tie late in the 8th when they rattled off 4 runs in spectacular fashion, 3-yard balls. The Diamondbacks finished with 8 hits on the day, and the 4 total homers were airmailed by Christian Walker, Jake McCarthy, Corbin Carroll, and Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Tommy Henry got the start, and he stuck out 3 and gave up 2 runs over 6 innings. The Brewers have amassed 10 runs over their last 2 games. Game 2 against the Pirates featured a shutout that began with Wade Miley tossing for 5 innings and striking out 4. Milwaukee had 6 hits on the day and were aided by a Joey Wiemer 2-run shot in the 3rd, and Blake Perkins added some insurance with his solo shot in the 8th. Both Wiemer and Rowdy Tellez finished with 2 RBIs. The Diamondbacks' pitching staff has been inconsistent, but their offense has been reliable, especially at night. In June, they have hit 18 home runs in 15 games. Their strong plate discipline should give them an advantage against the Brewers' lack of ball control. The Brewers have not hit the ball well this season, and they have been even more inconsistent at home. I would recommend betting on the hot Diamondbacks. Both teams' offenses have been hitting the ball well to start June. Arizona's pitching staff has not been able to retire many batters, and they allow a lot of hits. Milwaukee has struggled hitting at home, but they have been able to make their hits count. Over half of their home runs this season have come at home. They are also off to their best start on a monthly metric for extra base hits. I expect to see a lot of runs in this game, so I would recommend betting on the over. New York Mets vs Houston Astros. The Mets are watching their season spiral out of control as they lost another series and are now 5 games below .500 despite having baseball's biggest payroll. Max Scherzer has struggled in recent starts but is putting together a strong season, allowing only 29 runs in 56.2 innings pitched while tossing 60 strikeouts. Moreover, with a .222 expected opponent batting average, a 5.9 walk rate, and a 3.62 expected ERA, opponents are making minimal contact and struggling to drive in runs against Scherzer. The Astros entered the season as the team to beat in the American League but have stumbled to start the year. Hunter Brown is only in his 2nd season in the majors but is putting together a strong year, allowing only 32 runs in 75.1 innings pitched while tossing 83 strikeouts. In addition, with a .355 expected opponent slugging percentage, a 27.1 strikeout percentage, and a 3.64 expected ERA, opponents are making weak contact and struggling to drive in runs against Brown. This game is a battle between two teams looking to snap out of slumps. The Mets are coming off 2 consecutive losses, while the Astros are looking to take control of the game at home. The Astros should be able to drive in runs at will against Max Scherzer, who has allowed 11 runs in his last 2 starts. Kyle Tucker, Jeremy Pena, and the rest of the Astros lineup are making hard contact and powering the ball, which should make it easy to plate base runners. The Astros should also be able to limit the Mets lineup, as Hunter Brown is expected to pitch multiple strong innings and the bullpen should be able to close out the game with the lead. I expect the Astros to win this game and bounce back with a much-needed home victory. I recommend betting on the Astros money line as home favorites. Both the Mets and Astros lineups have been struggling recently, so it is likely that the starting pitchers will have a big impact on the outcome of the game. Max Scherzer and Hunter Brown are both capable of pitching deep into games and limiting the opposing offense. If both pitchers are on their game, it could be a low-scoring affair. The Mets average only 4.42 runs per game, and the Astros average only 4.41 runs per game. If Scherzer and Brown can keep the opposing lineups off the scoreboard, the under on 7.5 runs is a good bet. I would recommend taking the under on 7.5 runs in this game.